What's up, y'all? This is Eric Hunter with the Social Minute. I felt like I had to get on and say something regarding to the Ferguson situation. I feel like we got wronged. We all know we got wronged. We protested. Some of us rioted. Some of us got out. We did our social media thing, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. We got people on the news talking, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we got to take it a step further because we done rioted before. We done talked about it before. We done did all this stuff about them shooting us down in the streets, about gun violence, about all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's going to keep happening. The way I look at it is we need to do more as far as after we did the riot and we did all the protesting and stuff like that. We got to come together and then we got to sit down and we got to get the right people in office. We all sit there and we'll talk about it all day, every day. How wrong it is. We'll yell, we'll scream, we'll do everything. But at the end of the day, we're not putting nobody in office that we think is capable from our neighborhoods. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like from our own neighborhoods, we need to put the right people in office. Get the right people as councilmen, mayor, governor, senate, stuff like that. We can actually do that. You know what I'm saying? But we get too cynical and we sit there and say, oh, it'll never happen. They'll keep putting the same people in. They'll keep doing this. It's a system. The government's broken. The government's this is that. Well, the government's not broken. It's the people inside the government that's broken. The government's a system that works if you get the right people in there. But we don't got the right people in there. And we act like we don't even care. But then when something like this happens, we care. You know what I'm saying? So which is it? You care or you don't care? Because if you care, let's get together and get the right people in. Let's run for something. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to complain that much if I'm not ready to do something. Me, I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get down. I'm ready to run for some kind of office. I'm ready to be a councilman, go higher, and do my thing. I'm ready for that. But we all together got to be ready for that. And I ain't talking about just black people. I'm talking about just people in general. That's from like the lowest to the highest. If you know you got a good heart, you know that you stand for what's right. You know, I mean, you got good values, morals, and you got some kind of education behind you. Make something happen. Where our leaders at? Where all these people get on these records and talk about all this stuff about like the Lupe fiascos and Kanye West is talking about new slaves and how the government this is that. I ain't seen not one of them down there protesting, doing nothing, get on TV, say nothing. You may go to a radio station and talk about it. I haven't even seen that. But if you did, wow, you went to a radio station. Cool, good for you. You do that all the time. Go down to Ground Zero, go down there and talk about something. Go down there and face them off. You'll face them off on record. You'll go on O'Reilly and face them off. That don't mean nothing to me. Anybody can do that. I've been on the news before. That ain't nothing to me. Go down where it means something. There are all these big stars that stand for something, supposedly, but they won't go down when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I want to be one of those people. That's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be somebody who actually can rise to some kind of position and actually stand for it when it's necessary. You understand what I'm saying? When it's necessary, not just when it's relevant, not just when it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You get on TV and talk about president hates black people with George Bush, but then, you know what I'm saying, when they shooting black people down, you ain't down there first thing. What's that about? What's that about? Man, they shooting everybody down. It ain't just black people. They shooting white, black, Mexican, yellow, blue, green. They shooting everybody down, man. And really, it's like you gotta look at both sides of the coin. It's like, well, if they was doing something, they got shot down, and it's like they was carrying the gun and they was running, whatever, and there's circumstances that presented that, then okay, then that happened. But if they got shot down unjustly, and we know it, they did, like this in Ferguson, then there should be some kind of change. There should be some kind of change. But we gotta create the change. We can't sit here and wait for them to create the change from the top down. It gotta come from the bottom up. That means us getting the right people in office, ourselves. Grassroots. That's what's real. That's what's necessary right now. That's what we need. And if we ain't ready to do that, then we all need to shut the hell up. Honestly. I'm just being honest with you. That's just how I really feel. This is Eric Hunter with the Social Minute. That's it for today. Appreciate y'all.